Hello, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca in case you're seeing it somewhere else. The dice and the decks I'm using are listed below. Other than that, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's also below. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into your selection. Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Aquarius? How far are we going? Might as well put the rest of them down, I guess. All right, we got that far. Might as well, right? This feels like a roller coaster. That's interesting. There's a lot of interesting things that are going to happen here. There's a very deep emotional involvement here. And it's one of those things where the energy keeps moving. It's a stressful situation. The energy keeps moving. It keeps going. Sometimes the energy moves too fast in the sense of like it happened before I could actually understand what was going on there. Before the information even got to me, the choices were already made. I don't feel like I like that, but at the same time, I'm starting to understand like this is just how this is working. And I'm just kind of still picking up some of the pieces here about why this is what it is. You're looking to bring yourself into a stronger position with this situation. But for the current energy, I do feel like there's a very deep emotional involvement, but it's moving too quickly. And I feel like it's easy to see a lot of errors here. You are very compatible. I don't know if that's the right word. You're going along with it, and it's kind of like, I feel like some of this is like, I didn't make that decision, so all I can do is manage what's left over afterwards. I didn't make that decision, and I didn't make this decision, and I didn't make that one either. All I can do is clean up what's left. That's all I can do. And I feel like I'm just kind of working with it, and it's kind of like, you know, if it was done the right way, I'd probably have to do 3 times as much as work. So I guess I'll just take it for what it's worth. It is what it is. I feel like I just, at this point, or at least the history of it is like I just kind of rolled with it for what it was. If I didn't make the decision, it can't be my fault. What can I tell you? I didn't get a chance to make the decision. What is this? Things, are they shifting for you? I don't know. Very careful. Oh, you maybe are deciding not to get involved in something. It's in and out here. It's in and out. You do want to move forward. You want to be in a stronger position, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, how do I explain this? I'm not gonna run into a war zone here. I'm not gonna do that. I don't feel like that's gonna work for me. Not at this point. I'm careful about what I'm doing. I feel like I'm more helping other people make better decisions, but I'm not moving forward too strongly. I'm careful. It feels like the people who are trying to fix the situation tend to become the targets. And it's kind of like, I'm not interested in that right now. I'm moving forward and I am doing what I can, but I'm very cautious with it. Very careful. You can have a stronger role at this time if you want it, but you don't have to take it. What does this say? Magical powers. This is kind of like the magician card. It's saying you can move forward a little stronger if you want to. It won't be a bad thing, but it's kind of elective. It's kind of saying it could go better. It could go better, but if you don't want to, then you don't want to. That time might have also passed, but it's fine. There's a lot of like energy trying to pull back or pull away from the situation. What do we mean by that? Can I get like what this is? Some people know that this doesn't make sense, that some of these decisions don't make sense, and they don't want to call it out. They may not want to highlight it. They might have this attitude where, okay, not everything makes sense, but it's not that bad. I don't know if that's true. That might be their opinion. It doesn't all make sense, but it's not that bad. It works out fine in the end. They're staying out of it thinking it doesn't matter, or that it's not worth worrying about. It's fine. It works out in the end. It's not that bad. I keep getting somebody going that way. It's not that bad. Maybe it is. Why? This is why. There's alliances here or something where people are just kind of working with each other, and they're just like, I don't want to call that out. I like that person. I don't want to call that out. This person also might like you, though. They might be also very favorable towards you, which it's kind of like it's 6 to 1, half a dozen to the other. Like, yeah, they're good to you, but then they're also good to things that they shouldn't be good to. So it's kind of like, it's like the help is always also the problem. What's going well is also going bad at the same time. That's the Two of Cups. I just want to be sure I'm reading that one right. Because it's like, I feel like this is part of the problem, ironically. Lack of rational decision, just trying to keep things going, not making a decision, just trying to keep that tower from falling. Oh, yeah, just fix it like this. Oh, just do that like that. Oh, they didn't see that. Oh, then somebody else can clean that up. I just feel like it's like overcompensating for things that shouldn't be overcompensated for. It's weird. This is a good card. Like, people like this card. And I'm getting like a weird, like, it's kind of good. It's kind of not. It's kind of what I'm getting. It's like maybe somebody who's going forward in the sense of loyalty a little bit more than they should. Or just kind of like, no, I like them, so it'll be okay. They'll work it out. It's kind of feeling that way there. I keep questioning it. I'm like, I don't like how that's feeling. And that's a good card. That's what's blowing me out of the water about it. Is this, how does, before we done, how does Aquarius link up to this card? Ironically, it's not that bad, but it starts coming forward what's going on. I think because something that's not that bad, no, it is. It is, and it starts to show that it is. So we have to start looking at it differently, and we have to start trying to fix it. But I just feel like there's people just trying to like fix it on their own so that nobody gets in trouble. That's not really good. Like, we're not looking to get people in trouble, but like, if we don't call out who did what, it's going to keep happening and possibly get worse. It's usually not going to self-correct if people aren't accountable for what they did. Doesn't mean we have to beat somebody to death over it. I'm not saying that, but like, we have to like let somebody know, hey, you know, the way you're handling this, no, that's not working. We need to do that differently. You have a choice at this point. You could keep going as you've been going and just wait to see what comes next with the Seven of Pentacles. Let's just wait and see what comes next. I don't see this really being a good thing. It an option. It doesn't feel that good though. There's another option. You got to decide what you think is right, because I'm seeing this option and it's hot and cold. It's hot and cold. Jump forward and just do what you do. You have natural gifts and you can use them. It's going to be hot and cold. It's the Sun card with the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is devastation. The Sun card is the best outcome you could get. It's a really positive outcome with a really negative outcome at the same time. It's going to ruffle feathers. There's going to be people who do not like you. But the situation would go a lot better and you will get a lot of praise for it. So it's the best of times, the worst of times. You got to decide whether that's right or not. It's up to you if this reading is hitting. prosperity comes out of it. The situation goes better. It does seem to straighten up. There's definitely going to be some very hurt feelings with some people, though, which ironically doesn't seem fair, because it's kind of like we got to stop doing things in this way that's not working. And unfortunately, it seems like we just got to get right to the bare bones and look at what's happening, who's making these decisions, and why are they making them. It's not like we're trying to yell at people. It's just like, who made this decision? Why did they make that decision? Look, it clearly was wrong. Why do we keep going along with that? And it's not, I don't know, it can be, it sounds brutal. It does sound a little bit brutal, I'll give you that, because it does. But it's kind of like we have to drill it down and look at it and just be like point blank. Who made the decision and why did they make it? And where did it lead to? And how many times have we done this? And why is nobody checking that? Like, who else is responsible for this? Okay, it's brutal. Then it's brutal. It's the best of times. It's the worst. It's an option. You got to do what you think is right. Because I feel like there's going to be some of you who are like, no, I'm not doing that. You got to make your own decisions. You got to make your own decisions. It's a better outcome calling it out, but it's definitely going to have its brutality to it. If that plays out that way, where it's called out, it's got this roller coaster feel to it afterwards. It does stabilize the situation. It will stabilize it pretty quickly. But then people get nervous, and people don't like that they were called out, or people are nervous about whatever they're nervous about. That seems to be what happens after that. Then there's some grievances that have to come out. With these grievances, what's real and what's not is going to come out too. Oh, Aquarius was just, they just did that to be mean. Aquarius had it out for me. Aquarius this, Aquarius that. What's real and what's not. Because it'll come out like, no, the reason I brought it forward is because every time you do that, I have to spend 5 extra hours doing this, and I don't like that. I don't care that it was you or not you doing it. I just care that that was being done and making my life a lot more difficult, and I didn't like it. It's a really good decision to call it out, but you got to decide what's right, because there will be some grievances aired out that I feel like when I get that imagination card, it's kind of like there's some grievances here that are irrational. And once they come to the light, they can be cleaned up within reason. Within reason. To get the situation to go into a better place and to take a whole new evolution, that's what it's going to take. Do you have to do it? I feel like it's obvious you do not. You don't want to do it, don't do it. That's that. If you do it, it's a bumpy road. It's a roller coaster, quite frankly. Bumpy road, roller coaster. But ultimately, it will usher in a whole new era, and things will be better. Will they be perfect? Would you believe me if I said it would? I don't think you would. Good for you. You shouldn't. Perfect? No. Better? Yes. Improvement? Yes. Worthwhile improvement? I would say yes. I think we're there. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.